What? A cursory change in one's appearance and you barely recognize me? Then let one dispel any doubt. One is in all things unconstrained and unabashed, free to live as one pleases, go where one desires, and journey with whomsoever one wishes. Nevertheless, in light of one's considerable renown, please call me Xianyun in public. The secrets of the mechanical arts are too profound to convey in a few simple words. Oh, but why must the listener grow weary whenever I begin to divulge them? Peace prevails throughout the land, and all things are made new, as buds in the spring. This is an auspicious era for humanity. If you are presently unoccupied, perhaps we could stop a while at one's abode for some repose and conversation. In this era of fair winds and gentle rains, one needs not marshal the winds to deliver the rain clouds. Ugh, what a dreadful racket! On this fine day, the view from the heavens must be magnificent. Oh, don't fret. One has no intent to fly off and leave you on your own. Oh, what a soothing wind. Shall one attach some Adepti sigils to your person, so that you may join me for a flight in the firmament? In fact, one awoke quite some time ago, and simply had one's eyes closed in meditation. Oh, a most beneficial practice for spiritual cultivation. You might try it for yourself sometime. Spare me that look. Is it not your turn to prepare luncheon today? You wish to attend the night market together? One shall engage in no such fool's errand. Whatever novelty or knick-knack you desire, one can simply make for you. One is still wide awake. But you look dead on your feet. Go on, off to bed with you. One has always been a staunch defier of convention and expectation, preferring instead the freedom to live life precisely how one pleases. It is only natural for disciples to follow in their master's footsteps. So focused are they on their individual endeavors that they are quite content to go weeks without writing. Lonely? One is most certainly not. Still, were one to find time to pay them a visit, you don't suppose they would be unduly inconvenienced by one's presence, do you? To be sure, a supreme cuisine machine is no substitute for a human touch, if one wishes to prepare a truly magnificent meal. Nevertheless, using it frees up one's time to work on a new, improved model, which in turn saves more time, and so on and so forth. There will come a day, once this machine has been iterated to impeccability, that the power to cook all the delicacies known to humankind shall be within one's grasp. One took the liberty of surveying the land from the skies above, so as to fashion this route-finding compass for your future traveling convenience. When have you ever met such a considerate companion as oneself, Already intimately acquainted with said terrain, you say? Well, be that as it may. Human memory is notoriously error-prone. One of these days, you'll get yourself hopelessly lost, and then you shall be thanking one profusely for one's foresight. Despite one's lack of interest and worldly attachments, one is quite conscious indeed of the importance of bonds. Such a simple word for a thing so profound that it all but defies articulation. Take oneself and those old fossils, for example. Sometimes we go years without meeting, and even then we find no shortage of things to quarrel about at our next reunion. Yet, so deep runs our bond that no matter the physical distance between us, one will never feel alone and adrift in this world. One holds you in high esteem, child, and is pleased to count you as a friend. Do you also treasure the bond we share? Rex Lapis once said that a vision is a call to duty, to act as a guardian watching over humankind, and that whether we choose to withdraw into the mountains or embrace the clamor of the city, we must never shirk that duty. Now the age of humankind is upon us, but one will continue to cherish this duty long into the future. That mechanical bird of mine is only a prototype. One had aspirations for a much larger model, hollow inside so that it could unfurl into a vehicle with which to embark on sightseeing journeys with one's old friends. The challenges of powering and operating such a device, however, proved somewhat insurmountable. After all, it required pitch control, the ability to change form, not to mention the safety features. If only Guizhong were still here. She, no doubt, would offer many baffling but ingenious solutions to this conundrum. Mount Aocang is an ideal place for spiritual cultivation. It possesses natural beauty beyond compare, and the pure, unalloyed essence of nature flows strong all around. Once upon a time, many curious birds and beasts would gather and watch as one meditated. And very soon the peace and tranquility would be replaced by a chaotic chorus of chirping and screeching. And yet, one never found it offended the ear. One once asked Ganyu what she typically works on during her overtime hours. Her response was filled with hideous-sounding words, such as meeting minutes, summaries, annual reports, financial projections. Were she not of Qiling blood, and had one not taught to her the secrets of cultivating health, this avalanche of bureaucratic writ would have surely overwhelmed her. When you see her next, would you check that she's been drinking her Genshin infusion of clear sight on a daily basis? Xianyun told me that once, when she was delivering an order for Wanmin restaurant, she ran across the rooftops to save time. Her customer was terrified when she jumped down onto their doorstep, and was about to call for the millilith. Fortunately, Xianyun disappeared as quickly as she arrived, leaving the food delivery behind and making haste before the customer had time to react. It seems she is growing more proficient at handling crises all the time. One could not be more pleased. The conqueror of demons is even more withdrawn than oneself. He has been cited a mere handful of times at social gatherings over the centuries. One was interested to learn that you are on rather good terms with him. What sort of conversations do the two of you tend to have? Oh, and do let me know when you next plan to see him. Perhaps one could make some tofu pudding for you to pass on to him. That young lady says the most bizarre-sounding things, yet she appears to be rather highly regarded by the staff of the Wangsheng funeral parlor. Even Rex Lapis himself saw fit to serve under her in some sort of consultancy capacity. Allegedly, she is similarly peculiar when it comes to her taste in food. One must admit, one finds eccentrics like her rather intriguing. One happened to mention the Supreme Cuisine machine in conversation with Xiongling once, but one was rather taken aback when she responded by saying that a dish is inauthentic unless it is prepared by hand. Are one's devices not also the work of one's hands? Inauthentic indeed. A contest is in order. Although her mastery of Liyue cuisine is indeed impressive. Yes, the contest shall have to wait until one has made a few improvements to the device. The Xianyun conducts her business with great adroitness and is meticulous in her speech. One must admit that Liyue is thriving under the governance of the Qixing. One has been observing her closely in the hope of discovering her secret. That was for your ears only. Please do not relay it to her. Keqing is a thoughtful child. She visits me on behalf of the Qixing every festival without fail, and always brings a gift. With such a capable and considerate colleague by her side, perhaps one needn't worry too much about Ganyu. There are many Liyue operas adapted from stories about the Adepti, including some based on one's own life and exploits. One has never watched those, of course. What could be more embarrassing than watching someone else play oneself on the stage? One would, however, be interested to evaluate how well Yunjin did in her adaptation of Shenhe's story, when one has time to go and see it. Yao Yao once pinched my glasses from my face and tried them on for herself. She found it terribly entertaining and couldn't stop giggling. Children are able to find all sorts of ways to amuse themselves. One is very fond of Gaming. He is good-hearted and entertaining in conversation, but never grandiloquent. We first met when one was resting by a lake, and he very kindly shared some of his provisions with me. Later, he commented that one seemed to be a wise elder, worthier of respect than even the Adepti themselves. This wise elder will be sure to look out for him after that. You wish to know more about one's past? One doubts there would be much worth sharing. It's all ancient history by now. One is more interested to hear about your travels to the far-flung corners of the world. What forms do the gods and immortals of other nations take? Are there any of them as amenable to conversation as oneself? Let us brew some tea, and then you can tell me all about it. There was a time when many mortals longed to seek the guidance of the Adepti. One knows not how they discover the location of one's abode, but every other day or so, one would find people leaving offerings of food at the altar on Mount Outsong. Why ever would mortals expect an Adeptus to interrupt their meditation for the sake of ingesting a mortal meal? Most bemusing. Nevertheless, since their actions were heartfelt, one saw only fit to indulge in, to embrace their offerings once they had departed. Then there were those who came right to one's doorstep, requesting to be taken on as disciples. One refused to grant them an audience, but they simply would not leave. And before long, Mount Outsong had become something of a pilgrim's campsite. One promptly posted a sign outside the abode, decreeing that all would-be disciples must first present 99 dishes over a period of as many days, each dish unique in its recipe and featuring the Qingshin as the main ingredient. Naturally, the crowd soon dispersed. To master the Adepti arts and the mechanical arts requires supreme talent and the utmost stillness of mind. Training would be a futile endeavor for those who cannot even persevere for a mere 3 months. For all the wondrous feats that can be accomplished by one who has mastered the mechanical arts, one often uses it for purely recreational purposes. There was one year when it snowed heavily in Liyue, and Mount Outsong was covered in several feet of snow. Seeing everyone cooped up in their abodes with nothing to do, one created a snowdrift mechanism for skiing on the mountains. One was having a tremendous time of it along with Guizhong and Streetward Rambler. Until, of course, Moon Carver noticed as much and decided to join in. Moments later, he had managed to send the mechanism flying off the rails and plummeted deep into a snowbank. It took us hours to dig him out. Later, one introduced a great many safety features to the mechanism, to the point where it could be safely piloted by even a 3-year-old child. Although this did entail a compromise on the top speed of the vehicle. When idle and in need of diversion, basking in the winds that travel through the mountains always calms the mind. Eating together with friends always leaves a pleasant taste in the mouth, regardless of what food was consumed. An adeptus devotes themselves to spiritual cultivation, to which end the delicacies of the mortal realm are not necessary. When one eats such things, it is not for nourishment, but to enjoy the flavor. So, if you prepare a dish and it does not taste exquisite even to yourself, you may spare yourself the courtesy of offering to share it with me. In fact, you might find you are better off leaving the cooking to me to begin with. A paragon of both freshness and flavor. Tell me, for how long have you been surreptitiously studying one's culinary secrets? The flavor is secondary. What matters is that you felt the inclination to cook for me at all. I commend your consideration. One supreme cuisine machine has been lying idle as of late. You are welcome to borrow it. Here, open this wooden box. It's a miniature mechanical person for your recreational enjoyment. Try playing with it. Observe, if you clap the hands like this, the lotus petals open. The colored lights turn on one set at a time, and then a melody plays. It is that birthday tune that the young and hip of this generation enjoy so much, certain to add a touch of merriment and levity to your birthday feast. Have a wonderful day. Given that one spends so much time indoors, it is rather nice to perform a little exercise once in a while.
Hello, I'm Nilou from Zubair Theater. We have one dance scheduled for today, and it's about to start. Keep your eyes peeled. First, get into position like this. Then move like that. Yep, that's it. Take a deep breath, as if you're about to blow up a huge balloon. Exhale all your sleepiness into it, and then, poof! It's now flying away. Relaxing days like this are nice. Let's take it easy. The weather and our moods are the same. They can both get gloomy. It's alright though, because the sky will become even brighter after the rain. Thunder is kinda scary. Are you afraid of it? If so, I can share a nifty method to help with that. Huh? Wow! It's snowing! You can really hear the snow falling. Add in the swirling snowflakes, and it feels like the spirit of nature is dancing. Sunny days are so warm and cozy. They make me sleepy. Are you all right? Watch out for sandstorms. Good morning. Huh? Why are you staring at me? My hair's sticking up? Don't look. I'll go fix it right now. Should I eat some baked goods, or should I get something with rice? Or maybe I can have some hummus instead. Good evening. I have a performance at Zubair Theater tonight. Want some tickets? Remember, let out all your frustrations before bedtime for a better night's rest. If you want, I'm more than happy to be your audience. Sometimes you can convey more with dance than words. If you don't know what to say, then just dance. You need an extreme amount of talent to pursue knowledge and wisdom. Many people throw their entire lives into it, only to end up burned out and depressed. Dance isn't like that. You don't have to understand what you're seeing to enjoy watching it. If I can use my movements to demonstrate the beauty and meaning of dance, then I'm happy. Are you sulking? That's no good. Come on, follow my lead. First, use your right hand to draw a big circle in front of you. Then, use both hands to take all those negative feelings off your chest and into the circle. Next, push it away as hard as you can. So, feeling better now? I've never left Sumeru City, but I want to go on adventures with you. Going to new places will be fine as long as I can adjust. Quick question. Inazuma's beaches won't have huge Wena that'll suddenly jump out at us, right? I received my vision when I debuted on stage. If even the goddess was willing to watch my performance, then that must mean she had acknowledged the beauty of human-made art. It's normal for hard work to produce no results. For example, no matter how hard I try, I can never understand the Ratawa's teachings. When you're stuck, shake up your mind, flip your brain around, and change the direction you're going in. Crystal flies come in all sorts of colors. They're so pretty that you can't not be curious. When you quietly reach out to one, it instantly steps into an elegant and nimble dance and flies away from you. If I could fly, I'd take dance lessons from them. When the goddess of flowers danced, real Padisaras would bloom underneath her feet. That sounds like such a beautiful scene. I'd love to see it. I don't really like interacting with people from the academia because they don't view the arts too kindly. I often wonder what they do when they're bored. Huh? Sino plays Genius Invocation TCG? I can't believe it. I hear he's a really talented botanist. He must be good at telling apart mushrooms. At least, he would never have to worry about eating a poisonous one. I'm so jealous. She sometimes comes to watch my performances. She's a really hard-working trainee forest ranger. One time, she warned me about getting lost. What did she mean by that? It's not like I've gotten lost before. I heard he was the one who built the magnificent palace of Alcazar's. He must have had a wonderful time making such a masterpiece, like when I'm in the middle of dance practice. Just thinking about dancing for everyone gives me so much happiness and motivation. It's hard to believe that so many things have happened recently. I wanted to pick out a good present for Dia and Dunyarzad, but I just can't make up my mind. Everyone at the Grand Bazaar has given me many suggestions, but if I took them all, it'd be too much. What should I do? The big spending merchant Dory has watched me dance before. I remember that she talked with Mr. Zubair once, and then never came back. Did something happen? Huh? She wanted me to go on tour around Tevat? No way. Mr. Zubair definitely would have refused for me. Please tell me he has. The people of the Great Bazaar love Lesser Lord Kusanali. I'd love to hear her thoughts on my Dance of Sub-Zerus. Oh, no. Forget it. If she were in the audience, I'd get stage fright. Sorry. I'm trying to decide what to eat and I got lost in thought. Do you need help with anything? My teacher taught me everything there is to know about dance. But she said that the most important thing is putting feeling into your movements. Only then can you move your audience and convey emotion. To express beauty, I must first become the embodiment of beauty. Sometimes I receive letters from showgoers who say that my dancing has cheered them up. I always share this kind of happy news with everyone at Zubair Theater. Even though I'm the one the audience sees on the stage, it's because of everyone's collective efforts that I can stand up there in the first place. The Grand Bazaar occasionally hosts other kinds of performances, such as juggling showcases. I've tried juggling before, but I always end up catching the balls with my head. Mr. Zubair and everyone else just laughed at me. They probably thought I had really good hand-eye coordination. I've been exposed. Someone once told me that I was like a shining oasis that restored life and happiness to others with its warmth. That was nice of them to say, and I was happy to hear it, but what I want to show people is much more than that. After spending so much time with you, though, I finally understand how it feels to have someone care for and look after you. Now I feel like that comparison is a far better one for you. My life is dance, or dance is my life. Which phrase is the better way to describe it? I'm no good at logical things like this. Anyway, I'll just keep on dancing. I want to use my performances to show the beauty of art to more people. I still can't tell poisonous mushrooms apart from non-poisonous ones. Apparently, color doesn't mean much. Poisonous mushrooms can be bright or dull. I feel like I understand, but I also don't. Sweets always make you feel better. Most people in Sumeru love them. Wanna try some? I'll get some for you. I have a hard time eating mushrooms, mostly because I'm scared. Not the type of scared that makes you want to run away, though. When I was little, I once ate a poisonous mushroom and was bedridden for days. If you want to eat any of Sumeru's mushroom dishes, please make sure to check that the ingredients are all edible. This must be what it feels like to have flavors dancing on your tongue. How wonderful! Thank you. You must have put a lot of love and effort into this dish. Just like I put so much of me into my dance practice. Sorry, my appetite's been a bit off lately. Please don't take offense. Happy birthday! I learned a new dance, and I want to show it to you. Am I nervous? It's alright through me. It's because I wanted to incorporate my feelings into the moves, but then the choreography just got more and more difficult. Anyway, I just wish that your life will always be full of wonder and happiness. Huh? What's this feeling?
Nice to meet you. I've actually been watching you for a long time already. My name's Nahida. I might look like a child, but don't be fooled. I understand this world much better than any grown-up. So, can we trade knowledge? I want to hear all about your travel stories. So, what would you like to know in return? If you're not sure what to do next, how about I take you on a walk? Something on your mind again? Let's work through it together. 2 heads are better than 1. What they say is true. You have to see the world for yourself to appreciate how beautiful it is. Quick, let's find shelter, or mushrooms will start growing on our heads. Did you know that the sound of thunder is the prelude to new life? Soon, this land will be brimming with vitality. Can you hear that? The heavens are whispering to all living things. It's time for bed now. The weather is lovely and warm. Things are about to start getting lively again. The wind never blows in the sanctuary of Sursthana. Oh, sorry. That's probably obvious to you. Good morning. We should get going right away. There are too many things in this world that you'll miss if you don't get there on time. Time for a break. I'd really like a berry and mint burst. If you get one for me, I'll tell you a couple of stories about the sun, okay? The sun's setting. It's time to wave goodbye and let the creatures of the night take center stage. You should go to sleep now. Don't worry, I've made sure there's a sweet dream waiting for you. Oh, the Mere Javari? A place without anything at all, completely empty. Just like a shroom boar's brain. Of course I know it. It's true. I've never seen it with my own eyes. It's one of the many places beyond my reach. The gods gave humans barely enough knowledge for them to fill their stomachs. Yet, they used it to craft tools, write books, and build cities. And now they've set their sights on the stars and the abyss. With every moment that goes by, they're creating brand new knowledge, so I never want to take my eyes off them. The things you've experienced on your journey are so much more exciting than anything I've ever learned. And now, I get to ask you about all of it anytime I want, so I can understand each and every little detail. I couldn't ask for more. Alright, let's not waste any more time. Now, where were we? Being a listener has never been enough for me. I've always dreamed of going out and seeing things for myself. You're such an experienced adventurer. Can you be my guide? I want to experience all your future tales firsthand. The heavens grew eyes to behold the true beauty of the world below, but humans already have eyes to begin with. So, what is it they see when they look at the world not with their eyes, but their vision? You're very smart. Can you figure out what the answer is? Very often, only once we get hurt badly are we finally forced to face our own laziness, ignorance, recklessness, or arrogance. There's nothing to regret, though. We have no way of seeing all the possibilities that lie ahead in the future, so we have to rely on clumsy trial and error to gain knowledge. Just think of pain as the tuition you have to pay. Sumeru's desert looks more desolate than the rainforest, but it's also home to an ancient civilization and supports its own stable ecosystem. One day, when it finally stops arguing with the rainforest, I'm sure that flowers will blossom there, the likes of which I've never seen before. His jokes are like buried treasure, gems hidden beneath the surface. They're a lot of fun. Well, which part didn't you get? Okay, I can explain it for you. Not every General Mahamatra would take such a clear-cut and decisive stance when faced with a conflict between order and justice. He must know only too well that compromise is a path that leads to a dead end. So it's extremely fortunate for all of Sumeru that he's now been able to return to his rightful post. The Forest Watchers played an essential role in helping the rainforest to withstand the withering and continue to flourish, and Tainari is the best of them all. Still, I do hope he learns to be a little gentler with people. Otherwise, it's gonna be difficult for the Forest Rangers to attract new top talent. When I heard her story for the first time, her tenacity shone through like a dazzling gemstone. She's been through so much. I hope that just as the rainforest supports all kinds of life, Sumeru will always provide a safe and nurturing environment for her, so that she can grow up healthy and strong. He holds a body of knowledge more advanced than most could imagine, and his mind is constantly thinking, so maybe nothing in this world could ever fool him. But is the wise man truly wise to view the mediocre majority as defective? Because without them, there is no us. I once borrowed someone else's body to ask her if she'd mind allowing Lesser Lord Kusanali to watch her dance. Actually, I had already watched her lots of times before in secret, but I wanted to attend her dance at the Sub-Zerus Festival properly, in person as a sign of respect. Anyway, it turned out that she gently declined the offer. I was a little sad about that. The first thing she said when she saw me was, "Nice palace, how much?" Of course, I couldn't possibly sell her the sanctuary of Thana, but still, her question had me stunned. I thought about it long and hard, but I still can't figure out how much more it's worth. He has an almost perfect grasp of what it truly means for Sumeru to be a nation of wisdom. Sadly, the truth as he understands it will never be accepted as the mainstream. He's roommates with Alhaitham? Wow, the world really is full of surprises. She is suffering from exposure to remnants of King Deshret's power. It's as if the great tortoise of time accidentally threw her off its back and left her suspended in the past. If you're interested, you should be able to catch a glimpse of Sumeru from a bygone age through her. I'm led to believe that long, long ago, the 7 Archons used to stay in regular contact with each other. I'm a bit of a special case, though, so I don't have any memory of that time. Now that things have settled down in Sumeru, I think it's about time I made contact with them again. You're on familiar terms with some of them, right? Would you mind introducing me? I hear that playing games is a good way to quickly bring people closer together. I'm sure it must work for gods, too. How about, once everyone meets up, I suggest we play hopscotch together. On second thought, maybe not. If I draw the squares, it will look like I made them really small on purpose just so I could win. That wouldn't be fair on the others. When he finally achieved the ambition he thought he'd been pursuing all along, was he content at last, or only emptier still? We only yearn for the skies because we cannot fly. Perhaps he should reflect on this once he has held the sheer emptiness of the skies in his grasp. People often say that wisdom isn't about what you know, but knowing what you can change. It is beyond question that the prophecy was carved into ermine so long ago. And while it may look like nothing has changed, it also seems like everything has. I think we both know her to be smart enough to turn the fate of the world around. My past is quite monotonous. I could tell you about it, but it wouldn't be long before you let out a great big yawn, like a pufferfish taking in a big gulp of water. But curiosity is worth its weight in gold, and I wouldn't want yours to go to waste. I know. Let me tell you about all the dreams I've had. In my dreams, there's often a flower pot. Every time I water it and add fresh fertilizer, the same flower grows. Can you still enjoy the process of growing flowers when you already know the exact outcome in advance? Well, for me, I'm glad that at least after the flower has blossomed, it attracts different colored butterflies each time, and sometimes even bees. In my dreams, there's often an hourglass. I'd like to add a few drops of water. Then I shake it up and time how long it takes to settle, and see if there's any difference from the last time. There's no reasoning behind it and nothing to gain out of it, but somehow it seems to relieve the exhaustion in my brain. I think that the fact that it's for nothing is what makes it fun for me. In my dreams, there's often an empty space. No matter how the scenery changes around it, the emptiness always occupies the most important place. Strange, isn't it? I think there used to be something there, but for all the power I have over dreams, I still can't find the answer as to what it was. Seems like even in my dreams, there are things that I can't control. In my dreams, there can be anything. anything except people coming and going. But since meeting you, it's gradually started to get more lively here. Maybe you're a guide, adding a human touch to my dreams and leading me out from my cage. Come on, let's go. The journey's only just beginning, and I'd like you to carry on leading the way. Does watching you count as a hobby? Because everything you do fascinates me. You're traveling the whole world. Where did you come from? And where will you go next? Who will you meet? And what challenges will you have to overcome? I want to know the answers to all these questions and more. So, please don't mind me. I just want to keep on watching you, all the time. I think I'm good at asking the right questions and giving good answers, but I've come to realize that a lot of people just convince themselves they don't understand. The answers to their problems don't help them. It seems to me that as people grow older, they lose the courage to question things and accept the truth. Definitely candied agelenach nuts. I just need one little bite, and my brain starts chugging away at top speed. And suddenly, there's no problem too difficult for me to solve. The only thing you need to watch out for is... don't put the jar somewhere that's too easy to reach. Sea creatures are born into infinite darkness and live their lives in the depths of the ocean. It's a complete unknown to me. Ugh, eating them is like swallowing an icky storm cloud. May the world never forget this beautiful flavor. Thank you. I really appreciate this. It tastes lovely. How should I put this? I guess... you wouldn't feed shroom boars to a sumpter beast, would you? I was thinking, your birthday celebration needs to be at least as grand as the Sub-Zero's festival, so... Too much? But everyone's already done preparing for it. Come on, let's go. Just this once. I'll make sure you love it. I'm getting smarter. Oh, what's wrong? Don't be nervous. I'm Nurse Sigewinne from the Fortress of Maripede. Let me take a look at you. Any pain here? Oh, what about here? Oh, you're not here for a checkup? Well, that's great news. Phew. You're so adorable. Make sure you take good care of yourself, okay? We don't want anything happening to you. No. I didn't put a sticker on your back. Oh, no. Did you bump into something? Oh, well, if it hurts, just let me know. You only get one body, so you gotta take care of it. But it's just as important to take care of your mind. I wonder what's on Monsieur Nervulette's mind right now. What an amazing sound. You only ever get to hear it up here above the water. I bought a pair of mittens to keep my hands warm. Look, my Melusine round hands came back. Ding dong! From Maritime Flower here, with a little tip for anyone planning on going outside and enjoying this lovely sunny weather. Please apply sun lotion to protect your skin. Make sure to stay hydrated. Monsieur Nervulette loves drinking water. It's a very healthy habit. Good morning. Did you sleep well? Make sure to use warm water when you wash your face. It's kinder on your skin. Oh, gosh, it's almost lunchtime. I gotta leave for a minute. Shh, keep it a secret. What time is it? I've been living underwater so long that I still have to check the clock to tell whether it's daytime or nighttime. No, I don't find it depressing at all. It's not even that I've gotten used to it. I just kind of prefer being in the dark. Oh, you're having some trouble getting to sleep, huh? Well, it doesn't seem to be a physical condition. Oh, I know. Talk to me. Tell me what's on your mind. Whatever's preventing you from getting a good night's sleep, we'll get to the bottom of it together. I love human hands. They're really handy for handling things. Oh, they make cutting bandages and picking up needles so much easier, and they fit my tranquilizer gun like a glove. Maritime Flower is the pen name I use for writing in Beautés en Fleur. It was actually chosen by a vote. My Melusine friends and I put our heads together and came up with 3 options. Then we put them on the bulletin board and got everyone to vote on them. So that was proof that by human standards, Maritime Flower fits better with a beauty and skincare theme than, Stern-Shield Crab or Bubbler Seahorse. Hi! Oh, you're getting deja vu. I guess you've met some other Melusines before, huh? That's right. You lean a little bit forwards, quickly wave your hand, and then greet the other person in a friendly tone. Hello, hello! I remember that you once hid a potion and didn't drink it because it was too bitter. Later, I gave you a box of candies that had some pills mixed in, and a recipe change so they wouldn't taste too strong. Oh, they were still bitter? You could tell right away, huh? Well, you still took them, so thank you for trusting me. I'll keep looking out for your health in the future. Just keep being a good patient and take your medicine when you're told to. Having a vision helps me remove obstacles getting in the way of my work, which frees up valuable time to look after my patients. Oh, what kind of obstacles? Well, in my experience, sometimes I get nasty characters trying to stop me from treating someone, and other times it's the patients themselves. Some people can be really uncooperative, but those are extreme cases. Most of the time, I prefer using my vision to make lots of floaty, colorful bubbles. They always cheer me up, and they liven up the atmosphere. I have loads of great photos of me and my Melusine friends surrounded by bubbles. Humans become very vulnerable when they get sick. I've seen lots of huge guys who boast about their skills in the pancreation ring suddenly look at me like a frightened blubber beast when they find out they need an injection. Well, I always make sure to bring plenty of candies and stickers to make them feel better when the waterworks start. It's really effective. A little treat always wipes the doom and gloom away. Do you like going swimming? Oh, it's really nice around the Fortress of Meripede. So dark and murky. I bet you'd love it too. Oh, wait. Your eyebrow muscles are contracting, which means you're feeling uncomfortable. Okay, got it. Let's go diving at the Salacia Plain instead. It's been so long since I saw the leisurely otters playing. I could watch them all day. Oh, but please make sure you don't harm them, and don't steal their shells. Monsieur Nervillette was the one who brought the Melusines to the Court of Fontaine and found jobs for us to do. Together we integrated into Fontaine society and learned about the wonders of humanity. I have huge respect for him, and I really like humans too. Who would I save first if Monsieur Nervillette and a human fell into the water? Well, that's easy. He'd definitely help me bring the humans safely to shore. The Duke has the highest pain tolerance of anyone I've ever met. He wasn't always big and strong like he is now, but even in the beginning, he'd always refuse an anesthetic injection when he came to the infirmary to get stitches. He'd say something about wanting to keep a sharp mind, or something. I thought to myself, wow, what an impressive little grown-up he is. He's gone on to become an equally impressive big grown-up, too. Miss Cloran doesn't make a lot of facial expressions when she talks. It's pretty difficult to tell what mood she's in from what her face is doing. She used the lipstick I gave her? Really? I'm so glad she likes it. I knew that color would go great on her. The Fontaine Beauty Association holds regular meetings, and I really appreciate getting the chance to chat with everyone there. Most people, when I compliment them, just blush, lower their head, and try to brush it off. But Navi is different. She's always very happy to receive praise, and then she comes to shake my hand and take a photo with me as a souvenir. She's like a shining yellow rose who lights up the world around her. And whether it's daytime or nighttime, sunny or gloomy, she always looks dazzling. I love looking at Charlotte's photos. You get to see what everyone's facial muscles do in all sorts of different situations. Tensed up, relaxed, stretching up, drooping down. I remember them all very fondly. I still feel sorry for firing that tranquilizer shot at Mr. Linney. It was an emergency situation, and that was the least harmful way of incapacitating him. Thankfully, he was okay with letting me take care of Mr. Fremine once he understood that I bore them no ill will. Lynette is cute 2 times over. Human being cute and kitty cute. After observing her a little bit, I noticed that her ears lean forward when she's having tea or cake. Oh, I just want to stroke her on the head. Oh, you too? Why don't we ask her for permission next time? He made a point of coming to thank me after he recovered. What a lovely boy. Oh, he speaks so quietly, though. He probably doesn't go out of his way to talk to other people much. But I could tell that he has a rich and detailed inner world. Because he looked so captivated as he was looking through some Melusine's paintings. Melusines have different bodies than human beings, so it's hard to find clothes that fit, even for me. I never know what to do with my tail when I'm trying on human clothes. But luckily, Chiori offers a Melusine tailoring service, so now all my Melusine friends have the chance to wear the pretty clothes they love. I always see Miss Emily's perfumes being recommended in beauty magazines, so I've hatched a plan. The next time I take a vacation, I'm gonna cut my visit to the Palais Mermonia a little short, so I can take some time to go shopping in the Court of Fontaine. I'm gonna buy loads and loads of Emily's perfumes to bring back and give to all the lovely little girls here. In my infirmary, I don't see criminals who deserve to suffer. I see patients who deserve a sickbed. Because whoever you are, you have to get healthy so you can serve your sentence and pay for your crimes, right? A lot of illnesses are things that build up over a long time. That's why it's so important to take good care of yourself day to day. Sadly, not a lot of people seem to understand that. Why do they force themselves to keep working in the production zone when it's obvious that they're so tired they can barely keep their eyes open? I always sneak them some extra food. But beyond a point, if they aren't gonna do what's good for them and get some proper rest, they leave me with no choice. I have to resort to more, extreme therapeutic measures, like my tranquilizer gun. Oh, there's more to life than credit coupons. People need to learn to go easier on themselves. When work's not so busy, I invite Otnet and Mont to the infirmary for tea. Sometimes we talk about recent criminal cases. Other times, we discuss the latest skincare products recommended in the magazines. But most of the time, we do painting together. We paint things that we find cute, turn them into stickers, and then give the stickers to people that we also think are cute. Oh, wait a moment. I have one here for you. Out of all the books I've ever read, The Meaning of Laughter is my favorite. Not only is it a fun read, it also helps me when I diagnose patients. Like when someone comes out of the pancreation ring and they're laughing with their mouth, but the rest of their facial muscles are all contorted, it means that they're doing it to cover up the pain from taking a beating. If you ever meet someone doing that, you should subtly hint for them to come to me and get patched up. But remember, the subtlety is important. Otherwise, it takes away the meaning of their laughter. How strange. My storage room is running out of space. Soon, I won't be able to fit any more mechanical parts in there. I thought I was pretty good at storing things. Yeah. Looks like I need to talk to the Duke sometime about expanding the capacity. There are so many good ingredients, all with their own nutritional benefits. And I found a great way to combine them all into one meal. Want to try my special edition nutritious shake? Tea is great, but if you drink too much, it does your health more harm than good. Oh, I've lost count of how many times I've told the Duke that. I can tell you used lots of fresh ingredients. I wonder if I could blend this up and add it to a nutritious shake. If Walsey had a kitchen assistant like you, there'd be lots more tasty dishes to go around. You think I should eat more, huh? Thank you very much. Would you like to split it with me? Happy birthday! From what I've observed, you're always going from one place to the next. So, I made a special skincare set just for you. That's portable and practical. Come on! Lay down and close your eyes. I'll show you how to use it. First, I'm gonna apply a wet compress to your face, but you can just splash some water on there if you're ever in a hurry. Next, we squeeze out a small amount of foam cleanser, gently massaging it in with a circular motion, following the muscle, before rinsing and drying. And lastly, we apply some moisturizer with Tidalga extract. And we're done! Oh, you look radiant. And now it's time for lovely little you to go and enjoy your special day to the fullest. Your job today is to carry on being cute. But don't worry, I'll help.